right, guys, this is kind of puzzling. Rike Knife, by the way, welcome back to the Knives Fest channel, is kind of on their own planet when it comes to machining and milling. Just unbelievable. The Alien 4 is absolutely sick. Now, you guys know I did a review of the Rike Thor 6 earlier, about a month ago, and it was incredible. And this doesn't go back a step. This is just as meticulously incredible as the Thor 6. This is the Alien 4 in Damasteel. Now, I've gone back and forth because I saw some listings that called this Damascus, but you can see right here, it says Damasteel, and on the listing I found on White Mountain Knives, it says Damasteel. It's definitely, I think it's even Thor Damasteel, but this is the Alien 4. Now, it comes with this crazy tool. They call it a pin and tool. It's got what looks like a bottle opener, a lanyard, a glass breaker, a pocket clip. I'm not sure, like a flathead screwdriver or a pry. Not sure what all that's about, but then you can unscrew it like so, and you have a bit driver of sorts, a small bit driver, and in this case, it comes with a T8 and a T6. And so that is really cool. It's titanium. The milling on it is just as sick as the knife. Hold on. Stop messing around. All right, here we go. You can see the milling is absolutely bonkers. I mean, this thing is just on another level. That's just the way I would put it, is Rike is on another level. So, ergonomically, it is, by the way, a integral, okay? So it's milled from one solid piece of titanium, and look at this, like a vertebrae going on here. You got this milled pocket clip with a words, Casey, a ceramic ball pocket clip. It is a frame lock, and the way they've done this is they've continued the titanium out here onto the handle, and then the blade screws on to the titanium extension of the handle that's part of the blade. That's wild, something I haven't seen, and it's crazy. Now you have a blow through to the lock bar here. Easy access to the lock bar, very easy. Now, this is an upswept kind of Persian-y blade, so I know some of you are saying, I'm out. Now, by the way, these vertebrae on the blade operate as like jimping. The ergos, because of the contouring around the edge, are fantastic. You do feel the clip, but it's definitely not a hot spot. And this banana handle feels unbelievably good. You have a guard here to keep you off the blade, but if you want to come up here, you can choke up. And while we're choked up, we will show you that this sucker is thin and slicey and pretty much incredible. I mean, just like I said, on its own planet, very, very thin. As a matter of fact, if I can find, I've got so much mess over here, 0.079 on the blade stock, because again, you've got this thicker part up here, 0.26. The handle, by the way, is 0.54, but it's so contoured it feels perfect. But then this blade thickness is 0.79. Well, now it's giving me a different number. Did it? Lost its zero. Why you do that to me? Here we go. 0.8. Okay, close enough. Okay, sick, ridiculous, crazy. Now, you can see on bearings, super smooth, good detent. The hole is a little hard to get a hold of. Let's see, can I? Nope, can't. What about thumb? Nope. So it's really a flipper knife for me. Very interesting though. And again, ergonomically, it's great. We are only locked up though. This is an interesting part. We're only locked up at about 10. It's a very shallow lockup, but there is no lock rock, no blade play whatsoever. Easy movement of that. Your lock bar cutout is right here, and you can see you do have a steel lock insert. Now, no movement at all, and we are all the way out, dead centered. Not a reversible clip, but we do have a lanyard hole here, and kind of a little something going on where maybe you could use that as a glass breaker if you wanted to. But again, ergonomically, here or here, really good. As a matter of fact, here, you've got this sort of cutout that just feels magical. This feels really nice as well. And again, you can unscrew that blade, and I don't know why you would want to, but I guess that's how they made it robust and still very, very thin. And again, no movement. So you get the pair. And let's go over here. Where is the listing, Casey? Why, Casey? Why? Now, it's on White Mountain Knives, which means you can use my code KNIVESFAST for 10% off. Now, 10% off of $420 is $42. So that sounds pretty good to me. It is not, it's 9.5 inches overall with a 3.74 inch blade length. And they say the blade thickness is 0.07. I got 0.08. Titanium, 3.52 ounces. It's got a flipper tab. It's made by Rike in China. And again, $420 for Damasteel feels pretty good to me. I mean, it really does. Now, we're going to leave the little tool out here for size comparison as well. The Ontario Rat 1 is smaller, and the Ontario Rat 1 is also quite smaller. And then we're going to adjust. We got a little bit of room here. We'll just put the 8-inch Tempest pinion right up top, which is smaller, and the 7-inch Tempest microburst down here, which is also quite smaller. So you can see it is a long, big knife with a very thin, slicey blade. Now, how practical is this? Most of you are saying, I have no desire. Now, I literally still want a Thor 6. That one seemed more practical to me. This is kind of wild. We have this upswept Persian. It's not super practical. This is more of a showpiece. I still want a Thor because I feel like the Thor is more practical. By the way, I haven't talked enough. By the way, jimping. And guys, this just flows out. It is super smooth. Pops out with that detent like nobody's business. Fan flipping tastic knife. Just really is. Now, don't know how practical it is, but if it's one you would like to put in your collection, then I encourage it, okay? But for most of you, you're going to be like, yeah, not really my thing. I get it. But the Thor 6 is still one that I definitely want to get at some point. So, guys, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell to all. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to move it along to the next channel, and I appreciate you, and I thank you for watching the Knives Fast channel.